You don't need that wheelchair. I honestly never thought I would have a story for y'all, but let me tell you. So I work at a Michael's craft store, so most of the people that go through are kids for project stuff and old ladies. We rarely have problems that don't involve coupons. Im is entitled mum, EK is entitled kid, IK is innocent kid. So we have a young, I'd say 15 to 16 year old that comes in very often, that has crutches because his legs are totally screwed up. When he comes in, he uses the wheelchair we have so he can rest a bit. He's a usual, so I recognise him easily. He comes in and we keep his crutches behind the counter so they are safe. Today we had entitled mother come in. Everyone who works there knows she's one of the worst customers we have. One time she had literally threatened to punch me over the counter over a coupon. She had been in the store for a few minutes and I saw innocent kid walk in. A few minutes later I hear innocent kid yell in pain and something hit a shelf. I book it from the counter to see what happened and all I see is entitled kid in the wheelchair and entitled mother standing over a bleeding innocent kid. As soon as she saw me, she had her kid get out of the wheelchair and kick in the seat and threw it against the wall. I didn't even need to ask to know what happened. I called my manager over as well as security from the store. We looked back at the tapes and we saw entitled mother walking up to innocent kid and saying something. Entitled mother starts getting visibly angry, eventually picking him up and literally throwing him into the shelf so her kid can play with the wheelchair. I talked to innocent kid after and he said that she asked if her kid could play with the wheelchair for a second. Very rudely, I might add. And he of course said no, as he needed it to get around. He could stand up to grab something, but that was about it. She basically told him he didn't need the wheelchair and he was faking it for attention, and the events followed. She was arrested for assault on a minor and destruction of property. I never thought I would see someone that soulless. Sledding trip. Not sure if this counts on this... Not sure if this counts on this sub, but this happened when I was 9. I'm 15 now, so like 6 years ago. Also, none of us really talked when this happened. Once I was with my family and cousins, and we were going sledding. Me, my cousin and my brother got on one sled, and I was in the back and fell off the sled. The hill we went sledding on had some rocks on the hill. They are gone now, for anyone wondering, and I hit them. I got laughed at by some random teens, then they ran me over with their sled, and I couldn't get up from the pain of being slammed into a rock by a sled. And they saw this and thought, let's run him over again, and did just that. I got knocked out and woke up in some dudes, who I think was their dad's arms, that knocked out again. Don't know why. Next time I woke up, they were gone, and I was on the hay that was on the side of the hill. Entitled mother tries to steal my McDonald's and assaults friend. I went to McDonald's yesterday with my friend, and this entitled mother was standing behind us in line. She came up to us when we had received our order. Entitled kid. Mummy, I want what they have. Excuse me, but can my son please have your burger? No, why would I give you my meal that I paid for? Because I said please. I was being polite, which means you have to give me your burger. Why can't you understand that my friend is not going to give you his burger for your microwave gerbil child? Excuse me? He probably isn't even vaccinated too. Stop taking the piss out of my beliefs. Entitled mother proceeds to throw her £12 purse at my friend and he starts to have a nosebleed, while entitled mother tries to run as I ask her son for his surname and his mother's name to protect this woman's privacy. I will call her Karen. Going to court next week. I'll try to keep you guys updated. Parents make me wear a car seat harness. This is pretty embarrassing, but I figured that I would finally get some advice. Until I was 13, I wore a Carrera Combi kit car seat. It had straps over my shoulders and connected to a pelvic area belt with a crotch strap, but I would unlock it myself out of the best by undoing the crotch strap and the shoulder straps, and my mum would be pissed. So my mum got me a new car seat harness. I wore an easy-on car seat harness, vest every time in the car with a crotch strap. I even wore upper and lower arm restraints, but my little sister would always unbuckle the back so I could get out. The arm restraints didn't work because of this reason. Finally now I wear a Houdini 31 harness. I think it's really dumb and overkill, especially considering I'm 16. But she says it's for my safety. I can't even escape out of the Houdini 31, ironically enough. Am I right that it's kind of overkill for my safety? Does anyone have any experience with a parent like mine? Every morning and afternoon at school, Mama has to strap me and unstrap me from my harness. It's super embarrassing. What do? I can't escape. Small story of entitlement from my mum. So this is a short story of my mum being entitled. Non-American, so disclaimer about bad grammar and spelling. So my family, dad, mum and me, were at this burger restaurant. We all ordered burgers with fries and different dips. My mum ate her whole burger and her fries and wanted more. She asked me if she could have her fries in her mind and proceeded to overly salt my fries. She likes to eat with a lot of salt. But wait, she asked me in her mind. So to me it looked like she just salted my fries with a kilogram of salt. That made me angry, so I decided to put a lot of pepper on them. She doesn't like pepper. This made her angry, and she started arguing like I was the bad one, and she somehow had some entitlement to my fries. It's been a while since this happened, and my memory isn't the best, so many details are left out. Hope you had some fun and ask for fries before you adjust them to your liking. Entitled Mother tries to steal my McDonald's and assaults friend part 2. Last time Entitled Mother tried to take my McDonald's and assaulted my friend. Now she came to my house 2 days before I go to court against her. Entitled Mother and Father are ferociously knocking at my door, and I answer. What? You know exactly what. You're taking my wife to court for something she didn't do. She assaulted my friend and tried to steal my McDonald's. No, I did not. I acted in self-defence, you little shit. I have the security footage. Let me inside your house so I can delete the footage. Why would I do that? Because you have to respect your elders. Get off my property or I'll call the cops. I slam the door and after about 10 minutes I call the police. Is everything okay here? Thank God you're here. This bull stole my footage for my court trial. Please arrest him. Police officer proceeds to enter my home. Excuse me, but I have a lady outside claiming to have her security footage stolen by you. That's mine. Even ask the local McDonald's. Can I see it, please? Sure. Police officer watches security footage and sees my friend being assaulted by Entitled Mother. See? Of course. Sorry for wasting your time. No worries. I flip off Karen and Chad being driven around the police car and I could see them going mental. Caught in 2 days. Part 3 then. Entitled Mother decides to not help with my lines for a performance that she will watch me in. Backstory. My school is working on a play which is part of my drama class's GCSE. We've been working on it for months and are so close to the performance. Not many of us know 100% of our lines, but we're working on them. At least I hope. It's just Entitled Mother and me. On to the story. I asked my mum, unfortunately EM, if she could help me with my lines for the performance. This was the conversation. Will you help me with my lines? You should know them by now. Granted, but why would I be asking? Can you still help? No. Have a shower. Will you help later? No. Doctor Who's on soon. After that? No. Call the Midwife is on then. It's basically just me doing it on my own, without help, because she wants to watch her programmes and can't be bothered, but decided to bring my brother and sister to the performance as well. Entitled Dad upset the daycare isn't open at his leisure. On one of my Facebook groups, a dad was asking if the local church daycare was open for President's Day, and someone replied that no, they're closed, and posted the sign they had put up announcing they would not be open. Here's the response. Entitled parent, that's a bit ridiculous to me. I'm sorry, but us parents rely on them daycares for these situations. Not everyone can just take off work because of minor little holidays. But okay, thank you for answering it for me. Then the daycare responds, bless them. The dates are announced at the beginning of the school year and posted for the whole year. We were open for the snow days that school had and only had 10 kids. We also sent out notifications to parents to let us know if your child is attending, and repeatedly have children not show up or have children show up that did not reply to us. Several children show up unannounced and we have always adjusted our staff to accommodate that. Our staff is very dedicated to serving the community, but they also need to be with their families and need time to recharge. As someone that worked in a daycare, we don't get many days off at all, and we don't close for snow like school does. The complete lack of communication from parents is aggravating. In our state, there has to be a certain ratio of kids to adults, varies by age, and you can get in enormous trouble for a ratio being too high, which is why it's problematic when kids show up and no one knows they were coming and staff needs adjusting. I understand the father's perspective, but it's daycare, not a 24-hour, 365 kid hotel. Hey, thanks for watching to the end. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead. I always see them. I always enjoy engaging with them. You can subscribe if you want, if you choose to. No, there's no pressure to. Or you can click one of the other videos on the screen now. Or you may even have a favourite subreddit that you'd like covered.